Well, ladies and dudes, I got a great idea of how to find a way to make the Orgy and the Basilisk crossover work. I'm gonna go ahead and add 26 episodes for it. And I gotta pick which one of these episodes will be the best of the best. Oh, heck yeah. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BoobUp97. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. But once again, I decided to do another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And it has something to do with my made-up idea for the crossover. Whoopsie! Wrong one! Okay. I want to make up a crossover idea that's between Basilisk, my favorite underrated anime series of all time, and Orgy, one of the most underrated heavy metal bands of all time. Let's just do a crossover between these two. And I got some 26 episodes for it, and I'll go ahead and show you the list again so you can see it. I'm afraid this is the only way you could see these episodes ideas. Yeah, isn't it cool? I wrote down a couple of episode ideas and how to find a way to make the storyline work. Isn't this nice? I hope everybody saw it. And now I guess everybody wants to know about this thing I got on my piece of paper, even if I had trouble with the shade of light. What is the top 5 list of the day? Well, today I'm going to do my top 5 most greatest ideas of which one of these episodes that's going to fit well to my top 5 list. So my top 5 list is my top 5 best main ideas for the episodes of the Orgy and Basilisk crossover. And I gotta pick which one of them will be the all-time best in my own opinion. Yeah, I know this is gonna be a tough list to do. And it's gonna be hard for all of us of which one of these episode titles will be the greatest ones of all time, if it'll ever exist. And I think 26 episodes will be perfect for the series. And no, I can't think of a good title for it. The title one will be the most hardest one of all, if you know what I mean. If you guys want to make up a title for the Orgy and the Basilisk crossover, please leave a comment there and let me know. I would like to hear your own opinions of what type of title do I want to call for the Basilisk and Orgy crossover. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 5 best main ideas ever for the episode titles for the Basilisk and Orgy crossover. And yes, I do have a couple of honorable mentions, the ones that did not make it to the list. Like episode 5 for a good reason. Moonlight, the mysterious cat. I decided to add a new character to the story where the Orgy guys are going to get guided by a sweet young blind cat. And it's not just an ordinary cat, it's a magical cat. A cat who has magical powers while she is blind. And I really want to play this character because I can do the meow voice. That'll be interesting. And on episode 6 is called The Two Leaders Met for the Very First Time. And I really want this episode to be focused about where Jay Gordon and Genosuke-sama had finally met for the very first time. And it's going to take place while the sun is going down and they were in a forest somewhere, in Japan. That's all I could say about that episode. And also for Episode 23, The Wedding. There is going to be a wedding episode where Konosuke and Oboro finally got married at long last, and it's going to take place at our world. That's going to take place in the future. And the final one is episode 25, Jay Gordon's Most Greatest Wish. I don't want to spoil this episode for all of you. All I could say about episode 25 is where Jay Gordon is going to grant only one wish and one wish only by this mysterious wishing coin. And he's going to give it for Konosuke-sama and Oboro Dono's most belated wedding present. That's all I could say about that one. And so, let's head on to my top 5 choices. And to tell you the truth is, I got 2 episodes that deserves to be in a tie, and it has to be in between of these episodes. Yeah, you get the story. So, here we go. Coming at number 5 is episode 14. Paige Haley, you goofball! And I guess you want to know which one is Paige. It's this dude right here in the last, with this picture. So I guess everybody wants to know what's Paige Haley, you goofball episode is all about. It's all about where Paige is all alone in the forest and he found out that the Iga is here and he decided to have a fun time with the Iga clan. The ones who are remaining alive. He's gonna face both Akaginyu and Jingoro. And yeah, he has a whole lot of funny ideas of how the heck he's gonna take care of those two. Even when Akaginyu was half naked and she has to use her blameless technique and try to kill off poor Paige. But not until Paige has some type of invisible cape where he has to go invisible and start playing around with Akaginyu. And there will be a part where he decided to pull up that, I'm not sure it's a shawl or something, something for the women's, hip. Like some type of rope or something. He's gonna pull it off and he will see Akaginyu's breast. And he'll have a funny look on his face, like, okay, I'll buy it. Yeah, I want to make this episode really funny and fun at the same time. And also a little bit of seriousness going on. So Paige Haley, you goofball, deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 is a tie between episode 1, A Whole New Chapter Begins, and episode 2, A Poor Sweet Maiden. Oh, I have to put that one on the list, and I think I really like this episode titles very much. It's going to take place at the beginning of the story. And yes, like I said in my quick video, it's going to take place after the events of Orgy the movie. 6 months had passed, the Orgy guys decided to move on. Well, for all the 4 members except for Jay Gordon. Jay Gordon can't move on at all because he lost somebody that he cared about that I don't want to spoil. Even if the Orgy movie will ever exist. So he decided to, try to relax, try to move on as soon as he can. He gone to the library, he found a book that's kind of magical. He decided to read it. And then he and the Orgy guys got involved with the book and they got stuck in there. So around the beginning part of the story of Basilisk. And yeah, poor Jay Gordon is worried about his sword. Well, let's say his microphone had transformed into a sword. And then on episode 2, The Poor Sweet Maiden, this is where Jay Gordon and Oboro finally met for the very first time. And Jay Gordon had no idea that Oboro was blind, and she's feeling very upset and heartbroken, and he had no idea what the heck's going on with her. And not until, if you guys remember episode 14 about that tragic incident of what Tenzin had done to Oboro Dono, that he's going to rape her, and nobody else is going to come by and save her. Yeah, I decided to add a scene where Jay Gordon did come by and save Oboro Dono's life, and he's gonna kick Tenzin's butt. Big time. I wish I could say more about these two episodes, but I decided to put it at number 4. And coming at number 3 is another good tiebreaker I have to put on the list. So for number 3 is We Meet Again, episode 15, and episode 16, The Eagle Princess is going to make a stand. Oh boy, now these two episodes is going to be pretty darn interesting, and it's going to be a 2-part event. It's going to be a part where Jay and Oboro are all alone in the forest, and they have no idea where their dudes are, you know, the orgy guys and Moonlight the cat. They got separated by some unknown reason, thanks to Tenzin's evil plot. And all that Tenzin cares about is 2 things and 2 things only. One, he really wants to get the scroll back that Jay Gordon had stolen. And also, he wants to get Oboro back. Just those 2 things and 2 things only. And since the Koga Eagle War thing got cancelled, thanks to the Mystic Clan, well, the Misfit Clan, they're the ones who canceled it, along with the orgy guys. Okay, about these 2 episodes. In episode 15, there's going to be a part where Jay Gordon is going to face Tenzin again in their 2-part round. And they're going to fight each other with their swords. And then for episode 16, where the Eagle Princess is going to make a stand for the very first time, yeah, there's going to be a part where Oboro Dono is finally going to open up her eyes. She's going to finally see again. And she will confront Tenzin. And she's going to tell him all the terrible things that he had done to her, you know, during the boat scene. And causing the Eagle's lives to suffer. Well, thanks to him, he caused a lot of crimes that he did commit. And yeah, she's going to stand up to the remaining members of the Eagle clan, and she's going to tell them a few things about what they've done to her, you know, back at the previous Basilisk anime, if you remember the Basilisk series very carefully. That's all I could say for the tiebreaker at the number 3 spot for episode 15 and 16. So let's move on. Coming at number 2 is episode 19, A Great Reunion. And yeah, it took place after the events of all the things that happened one night only. And also the orgy guys, Oboro Dono, Genosuke, and Moonlight, they got reunited and they found a place to stay for a little while, you know, some type of unknown temple with the monks, and yeah, the monk guy took care of the wounded Genosuke. And, you know, from the injuries that he got involved in facing Lei Ofuku's men. Well, there's a lot of events going on here and there about that episode. Okay, for the Great Reunion is Genosuke-sama have finally recovered, and he finally got his eyes back, and he wants to talk to the orgy clan for some unknown reason, and Genosuke wants to thank them for all the best things they've done for, you know, taking care of Oboro Dono while he was away, and he's very grateful to them, and he decided to give the orgy guys a reward. And that is, they want, he and Oboro Dono wants to invite the orgy guys and Moonlight the cat to their wedding. And the orgy guys are very pleased with their reward. Thumbs up for that. So that's all I could say about the number 2 spot is the Great Reunion. And finally for number 1 is the final episode called It's Time to Say Sayonara, or It's Time to Say Farewell. It's a spoiler alert thing. It's going to be epic, it's going to be grand, it's going to be bittersweet, and yet there's going to be a happy ending at the same time. That's all I could say about the #1 spot, because I'm not allowed to spoil anything for all of you. So that's all I could say for the #1 spot of the best episode title I ever thought about for Basilisk and the Orgy Crossover. So those are my top 5 choices for the Basilisk and Orgy Crossover for the unknown titles thing. I can't think of a title for it. And I'll be back very soon for more videos to come in the later on future, if you know what I mean. So that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.